In April 1865, Robert E. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia had dwindled from some 90,000 to 50,000. Lee's veterans faced more than twice their number, but fought from an elaborate system of trenches that stretched from Petersburg to Richmond. Union General U.S. Grant struck at Five Forks on April the 1st, crushing the end of Lee's line southwest of Petersburg. On April the 2nd, Grant struck all along the Petersburg line, and the Confederates collapsed. April the 2nd was a Sunday, and in Richmond, Jefferson Davis was at church. In the midst of the services, a courier arrived with a message from the War Department. General Lee telegraphs he can hold his position no longer. Davis quietly left the church and set about removing his government from Richmond. Despite months of siege, very little preparation had been made for an orderly evacuation of Richmond. Factories, arsenals, and mills were destroyed. Some were blown up, others were burned. The fires were soon out of control. Commissary stores were destroyed. The streets were blocked. Fierce crowds gathered, breaking into shops and fighting among themselves over the spoils. There was absolute panic in the city. The Richmond Whig reported on April the 4th. At sunrise on Monday morning, Richmond presented a spectacle that we hope never to witness again. The last of the Confederate officials had gone. The air was lurid with the smoke and flame of hundreds of houses sweltering in a sea of fire. George A. Bruce, an eyewitness, wrote, "The wind, increasing with the conflagration, was blowing like a hurricane, hurling cinders and pieces of burning wood with long trails of flame over the houses to distant quarters of the city. The heated air, dim with smoke and filled with the innumerable particles that float from the surface of so great a fire, rendered it almost impossible to breathe." Although the fire came within a block of General Lee's home, Mrs. Lee remained calm and steady throughout the ordeal, calming frantic callers. General Lee was to return to this house after the surrender at Appomattox. After the fall of Richmond, President Lincoln and his son Tad went to view the ruined city. Lincoln went to the Confederate White House, went to the second floor, and triumphantly sat at Jefferson Davis's desk. Thousands assembled outside to catch a glimpse of Lincoln.